breaker popped. The pump wouldn't pump any water. We just had issues from the very beginning with that tile saw. So today we got another one. But granted, you know, we only have 5 tiles to cut, so it shouldn't be a big deal, guys. Today should not be a big deal. We should be able to get there, unload the tile cutter, unload the tile saw, plug it in. We should be able to cut those 5 tiles. They're not hard patterns or anything. 2 of them are skinny rectangles, and 2 of them's an L shape, and 1 of them's a straight piece, just kind of trimmed off a couple inches. It shouldn't take us more than like 15 minutes, I'm going to say, altogether to have every tile cut. To have them all cut and laid out in the bathroom, ready to be glued. From that point, y'all, we'll mix up some mortar. We'll start gluing everything. I'm going to say, and I got to watch the premiere with you guys. I'm going to say, well, I don't have to. I get to watch the premiere with you guys. I'm going to say by 10:30. By 10:30 this morning, and I'm going to do a time check for y'all. I will sit in the truck, and I will show you the tile. Well, I'll show you the tile, and then I'll run to the truck, and I'll show you exactly what time it is. I'm going to say by 10:30, we will have every tile mortared down and finished in the restroom, y'all. That's what I'm going to say. All right, guys, we've made it up here to Honey Hill, but I think that before I do anything, I think I want to walk over here to this barn. Not this one right here, but the one on the other side of it. We're going to walk up to it. I'm gonna come around from the back. You know, maybe we should check under this one too. I'll check under this one in one moment, but let me walk over here because yesterday, I don't know if that fox, if he could have slipped out the back whenever I was walking through there trying to look for him. You know, they're very sneaky. You know, they're very sneaky. I know looking underneath there, I seen a hole where he could maybe escape, but from this side of the barn I just don't see how that's a possibility. I don't see how that's a possibility at all, unless he has a underground home, like an underground den that's even underneath this barn. Okay, let's just kind of look in here like this. Get down right here. Let's try to look under here. Hold on, let me try to get down here better. Okay, I can see all the way through the back. And I don't see anything that obviously looks like a fox. But that's not to say he's not in here. I think what I'm going to do, let me try to drop down here again. Let's try to, hold on, let me turn on the flash. I think what I'm going to do is I'd really like to come under here, or maybe inside this barn somewhere, and mount our game camera. What if we could come in here and mount our game camera? That would show us anything coming up into this barn, or running in here to jump down underneath the barn. Let me look back in this corner real quick. You see that hole back there? That's where I thought that he might have escaped to yesterday. Huh. Okay, let's check underneath the other barn, y'all. Let's look underneath the other barn and see if maybe he's living under there, y'all, because they are sneaky, and if he ran right around here and I thought he went under here, or I thought he jumped into here, he could have very easily slipped right over to there, y'all. If I was coming around the house and he's darting through here, we would have never saw him, right? Let's see. Let's see what we can see. He's probably just inside this doggone room right here. He's probably just right inside this door. Okay. Thankfully, he's not right inside that door. He could be under here. Do y'all see anything? Oh gosh. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not trying to waste your time this morning looking for... Wait, what is that? Oh, that's nothing. Okay, well, I'm sorry, y'all. Maybe I'm just wasting everybody's time this morning. Yep, I'm wasting everybody's time this morning, including my own. Let's go cut some tile. All right, y'all, we got our tile saw set up here. Let me show you how it's supposed to function. Let me show you. We had none of this yesterday. You see the water coming out? There's also water. Let me turn it back off. You see the water coming out over here. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so I don't know why this has a 2-port hole where they're allowing water to come out of both spots and they don't have a hose connected to it, but this only accepts one hose to go in there for water. I don't know, just I've given up on depending on people of Lowe's or Home Depot to have any knowledge whatsoever, and I mean that in the nicest way that I can possibly say it. They just don't help you, and they don't help you at all, and they give you bad tools and bad advice, if you want me to be completely honest. Anyway, that's not what this video is about, y'all. This video is about this tile saw. It will pump water out of this bucket through the hose. It will come out through the blade, like around the blade. It'll keep our tile cool, keep all of the, what's it called? You know, the dust. It'll keep all the dust down. And it will allow us to get some really good cuts. Too bad we didn't have this yesterday. Hold on. That is significantly less dust than yesterday, and it made the cut go a lot smoother, and I was able to go a lot faster. Literally everything about that was just, it was better, y'all. It was better. Now we only need this. What length do we need this? 2.5 inches. 2.5 inches, y'all. Almost forgot. This is for that little quarter piece in the bathroom. Then we'll get to some fun L-shaped tiles we got to cut. All right. Let's wipe it off and then we'll go drop it in. All right, y'all, this is the next piece that we're gonna be working on. And I want you to notice something. I thought that this was gonna be a simple, you know, here, let me try to come around here to where we can all see good. I thought this was gonna be a simple up and over L shape kind of cut. But if you really look at it, you can see we have to come up and then over and then bring it back down. And we have to do all that perfectly because it has to try to, we got to stay as close to this door frame and as close to wrapping around this thing as we can. So let me get it marked up, y'all, and then I'll show you before we cut it. It's very difficult. It really is. So here's all the marks I got on the board. And we're going to have to cut it a little bit differently. We're going to have to cut it this way, like, and then we're going to spin it, and we're going to have to cut it down that line, and then we'll cut out this part after somehow. I don't really know how, because all I have is a tray and a straight blade. I can only go in and out. Okay, I can't drop down from above. I can't go up and then down and then back around. It's one way and one way only. All right, y'all, remember that we have turned off the water just because I want to be able to see a little bit better what I'm doing, and I don't want it to wash off all the marks that I've made. There you go. to cut this. Oh, we need it on the slider. Duh. Now we're going to have to make grooves right here, 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 and here to get out this last part. This is it. I'm gonna get the tile nippers and we'll be able to cut this off straight. We'll see if it fits. It should. It looks exactly how it needs to, so it should fit. Here we go, y'all. I promise you, I have not done this for myself yet. I don't know if it fits. I'm doing it with y'all. Okay, that's a problem. But you see, it's not a major problem. It's not a major problem. All we have to do is if we cut down this line right here, we're gonna rip it all the way down, and we should be able to slide it over. We just need like a 1/16 or an 1/8 trimmed off, will be fine. Was it enough? Was it enough? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Dang, y'all, that's beautiful. But I will tell you, we got to trim it a smidge more on that edge because, for one, that grout line is not going to work for me. And for two, that sticks out a little too far. So a little bit more ripping, but it will still fit very, very, very tight. It'll actually fit tighter and where it's supposed to be. Last time we're going to do this, I promise you. Perfect, y'all. It is now time to pick all these up and glue them down. All right, y'all, here we go. It is time to mortar the tile. And I'm hoping that since this is my second time to tile, that it'll not only be easier, but also a lot faster, because last time, I don't think we glued down near as many tiles as we are this time. At least this time, everything is laid out all the way around, and we just literally gotta go around and do it, y'all. That's gonna block your view, but I gotta get this mortar put down first. So let me put down the mortar, and then I'll move my bucket, and then you guys will have a better view. We're just gonna plop it on there, y'all. We're just gonna plop it on there, because I've learned some things this time. I think I've learned some things this time. Make our grooves so they go the same direction. And now we should get us a good seal. We're going to put it in its spot. We're going to let it fall. And from right here, we can do some fine tuning. We're going to get our wet sponge and clean it up. Spacer here. And that's going to come back. Alrighty, Mr. Flange. It is time for you to go to your home. Right here. And we're gonna make you level. I don't care what we squeeze out of you. You're gonna be level. Like, I don't care. I do not care what comes out of you. You're going level. You don't got an option, little partner. Oh yeah, look at all that stuff squirting out of you. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see, all that stuff squirting out of you as I push you down. Yeah. Yeah. Here we go, y'all. Besides the last two pieces in the very, very, very center of the wall, this is our last piece, okay? It's in there. It's in there, y'all. Let's walk to the truck and see what time it is. I said that I would get it all glued in by 10:30. But I forgot about these two, so I'm going to say 10:35 and I'll have it all the way done. But let's go see what time it is right now. Here we go. Dang it! Dang it, y'all! Dang it! I love it, y'all. This is the most beautiful, unlevel, tilted, angled tile floor I've ever seen in my life, y'all. This is a big moment. This is a huge moment, y'all. Our bathroom is like, this is the most important room in the house, right? Y'all, this is the most important room in the house, and all we gotta do is grout it, cut off the toilet, or cut off that pipe, put our toilet in there, and put our sink and our cabinet. Y'all, it's perfect, y'all. On the transition, everything is perfect. I ain't never doing that again. I can promise you that. All right, y'all, that's pretty much it for this one. But I'm going to be out here cleaning up this area, laying out all of our pipes coming out. Lay out exactly where our pipe's going to go coming across to tie into our main drain. And then tomorrow's the day, guys, Friday. Friday's the day. At 8 o'clock, Mr. Don is meeting me right here. I'm going to hop in the truck with him. We are going to go pick up our backhoe. We're going to bring it right here, and we're going to start digging. We're going to start digging. We're going to start digging. I'm going to start hooking things together while Mr. Don's digging. And by the time he makes his last scoop with that track hoe, we'll be plugging in our last cap onto the end of our pipe. And hopefully our septic will be good and ready to go. And we have no toilet to flush into it yet, so. All right, y'all, perfectly in the center and perfectly in line with the drain, which is in the center, so that double checks us and lets us know that we are perfect. We have marked on the back of the tub the exact spot where we're going to drill a hole for our shower valve, which is this thing right here that I'm messing around with. And then you see the spout that comes down and goes out. And that's what that bottom mark is for. And so that's where we're going to drill our holes, y'all. But I do need a 3 1/4, I believe, hole saw. And I think mine only go up to 2 1/2 inch. So I'm going to have to run and get a little bit bigger hole saw. But we are now ready to install our shower valve tomorrow as well as our septic. That's all for this one. Bye, guys. Have a great day. Let's look at this floor. Let's look at this tile floor then one more time then before we go. Oh!